What it do, what it do, what it do, what it do? You already know who this is, Ricky Rodriguez, Let's Level Up Podcast. Today, man, we had somebody fly all the way from Dallas, Texas. You heard? From Dallas, Texas. All right? Only people who get to come to this room are people who are leveling up in life, man. And this individual is definitely leveling up in life. Man, I seen this boy travel everywhere. Medellín, Chicago, now he in Atlanta. He making moves. He leveling up in life. Man, whenever you have a dream, you have to go for it, all right? You have to go for it, not be scared, take all the risk there is, and keep working. Hey, man, I'm proud. It's an honor to have you here. Gringo Loko, let's give it up for him.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Hey, thanks for coming out, man. Hey, introduce yourself to the world.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Gringo Loko, straight out of Dallas, Texas. Excited to be here in the A. Super excited to be here on the Level Up podcast today. And excited to be here with Ricky and Jay. And, man, this is just a great honor to be here, to be honest with you. This is exciting, man.
Hey, man, let's give it up to you. Hey, appreciate you for stopping by, man.
Yes, sir.
Is this your first podcast? I know you've done some interviews, but is this your first one, or have you done some before?
Well, I mean, as far as our show on Reggaeton Dallas, that's a regular one that I do every couple weeks. But
okay.
that's
something different though.
A little different with the interview aspect.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's cool, man. Hey, so what got you over here? Well, of course, you in Let's Level Up, but what other things you got going in Atlanta, man?
Well, I came this weekend. Just happened to be the perfect time to put down a music video for my new song that's coming out June the 22nd called Shaniqua.
Okay.
And that's actually a song about a girl that I know named Shaniqua.
Shout out Shaniqua. Shout out.
Yes, sir. But yeah, she lives here in Atlanta and been knowing her for, I don't even know, 8 years, a long time.
Yeah.
And so we came out here to do a nice little video about that.
Nice, man. And how you like Atlanta?
I love Atlanta, man.
You love it? Yeah.
You know, I've been through here many times, but the biggest time that I came was 2019 for the Super Bowl. And I swear I didn't sleep for 7 days straight. We were
really?
partying all night, all day, turned up. I was like, man, I did not know Atlanta was like that, man. It just opened my eyes in a big way.
Nice, man. Yeah, Atlanta's definitely a vibe, man. Different culture, man. No, that's nice. Before we get into, you a music artist. Before we get into all that, man, I want to talk about, like, how was your upbringing? Did you always live in Dallas, or did you live somewhere else besides Dallas?
Well, my parents both work in the school system, so we moved around a lot, actually, all over Texas. So I really got a chance to experience a lot of small town Texas. Because, with my parents working in the school, we were constantly moving, from East Texas, West Texas, Central Texas, and stuff like that. So I definitely got a chance to see a lot of different parts of my state growing up, throughout the years. I went to like 4 different schools.
Yeah.
So most definitely, not definitely only from Dallas or anything like that. I got a very, I really claim, I guess, all of Texas just because of how diverse the areas that I lived in are, like from east to west, north to south, all that stuff.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I love Texas too, man. It's a lot of been a lot to Houston. Houston. Have a lot of family members out there.
Yes, sir.
That's dope, man. And besides the music, man, we're gonna get into all that.
Yeah.
But have you ever had other jobs, like growing up, high school, any other jobs that you've had?
Absolutely. I've worked in marketing pretty much my entire professional career. I've done a lot of like marketing tours around the United States. So it's allowed me really to travel worldwide to represent different brands throughout and different events and things like that as well. I've had a chance to, really travel on account of that. And what's been big for me in that regard is being bilingual, speaking English and Spanish, because that's allowed me to really do a lot of big-time marketing events, like in places like Miami, places where it's mostly Spanish. and it's South Texas, things like that. And so that marketing aspect, I think, is almost works hand in hand with what I do with music, because a big part of being an artist is being able to market yourself. And so absolutely, I mean, marketing, I feel like not only is it a job that I've done outside of music, but it's something that I feel like is part of what I do with music as well.
Nice, man. And if you don't mind me asking, how young are you? For your audience, you know, how
for
young
my
are
audience,
you, man?
so I mean, once
If
I
you
hit once I hit 30, I kind of stopped counting. So I'm
so you stopped,
like a lot of us
So-
do, you know. So I mean, once we got around that age, I mean, it's
So you 30 something.
That's right,
All
that's
right,
it,
30
yeah.
something audience. All right, you 30 something.
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. And as far as let's say, I know you went to Medellín previously. But
Yes.
how long have you been? I know in Texas it's a lot of it's a big Hispanic community.
Right.
Is that how you learn Spanish?
absolutely not.
No,
Absolutely
so
not.
how did you learn Spanish?
Well, the thing is, you know, a lot of people have an assumption that, you know, that in Texas, oh yeah, it's a lot of Mexican Americans and things like that, and so they think, okay, a lot of the white people there speak Spanish, but it's really not like that. Like, I'm sure maybe in the very south part of Texas, maybe so, but in all the areas I grew up with, there was all the white people I knew, none of them knew how to speak Spanish.
Even the Hispanics sometimes
And
over
some
there.
of the Hispanic
a lot of the
as well, yeah.
Hispanics don't talk because I have some cousins that look Mexican, and then
Yeah.
when you say "Hola, cómo estás, cabrón?"
Oh, yeah.
What?
No, they
You know
don't
what
even
I'm saying?
speak
They
it,
don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely, like, growing up, even taking Spanish in high school and whatnot, I really never like picked it up. And to be honest with you, it was the first trip that I took to Medellin that really switched that around for me. Because I went down there and I met so many people. Like, I'm talking about from the time I was on a plane, talking to whoever was next to me, all the way until I was there. I was like, yo, like, these people, their energy is so cool. Like, I just really want to know, like, how to talk to them without using Google Translate.
Yeah.
And
How was that the first time you've been to Medellin?
that's the first time in
this past
2015. 2015.
Oh, 2015. Okay,
Yeah.
that first time. And then how long you been going back and forth?
Ever since, I mean, especially from the years before the pandemic, I probably went 2 and 3 times a year.
You
I
love
went
going over
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Man, a lot. I've been there so many times, and that's where I took Spanish classes down there with at the university. I mean, I really went all in to learn, and that's where I learned it in Colombia.
Nice, man. Yeah, it's a beautiful city, beautiful country.
Yes.
As far as Gringo Loko, how did you come up with that name? How old were you when you came up with that name? Because I know, you know, you got some Hispanics wondering that Gringo, because some white folks get mad you call them Gringo. You don't give a damn.
No, I don't. I mean, so really, a lot of people, I always get this question. And I was talking recently to my friend Camilo Espinoza, who he's produced a lot of my songs.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Shout out to him. He's one of the biggest DJs in Dallas, and I got to give him a lot of credit for it, because really, like, when I met him in whatever year that was, 2018 or something like that, it was at a marketing event at the Final Four, actually.
Yeah.
And he was the DJ for the event. I was the MC. I was one of the people promoting.
Okay.
And he kept seeing my energy with people, put me, he's like, here, he had the mic. He gave me the mic. And from then on, me and him instantly clicked. So I'll give him credit for the name, because ultimately it's disputed where he came up with it. He said that he came up with it. I'll give him credit.
Yeah.
But it was around the time that I met him that I started really getting back into music, really doing DJ and stuff. And that's kind of where the whole Gringo Loko came from in that way. Yeah.
Nice.
And he's a Colombian from Medellin that lives in Dallas.
In Dallas, okay,
Yeah.
okay, nice. And when did you start doing? How old were you, or what got you into doing music?
Well, I would say, like, my family is very musical. My parents were actually in a band together in college, which is pretty interesting. My dad played guitar. My mom was a singer.
Okay.
But we came up in a very religious household, in a sense to where, like, even in my church, there's, like, no instruments, nothing. It's only singing. So it's like... Yeah. Outside of church, everybody on both sides of my family play guitar, music. It's like...
So they ain't jamming out to that Tentaciones?
No. They don't know what to say about my music in Spanish. Yeah, no.
Oh, man.
But I come from a very musical family. And as a matter of fact, my older brother, he started playing guitar, I forgot what age, probably about 10, 12 years old. And he recruited me into his band as a drummer when I was in 6th grade.
Okay.
So from that time on, I was in the band playing like snare drum, playing drums in his band. And that's what really got me into music. And I never had anybody show me how to play. I just knew what to do.
Yeah.
I just have a rhythm. I just naturally know how to do that stuff. So that's really where I started with music. And, it's like, getting into all the music I'm doing now, it kind of led to that, I guess.
That. But how, let's say, because you started with like, let's say rock band, right? Probably
right.
A rock band.
It was
then
like
from
alternative rock.
Alternative. Then from there, you went on to, what inspired you to do rap? And then get you to that level, to that reggaeton that you're doing now. Because you really the first gringo I know that does reggaeton, like for real. So what led up to that? What was the story to that?
I mean, I would say really with that, it's like this. I mean, I've been writing forever. Like even when I was, playing drums and rock bands, all that, back in the day, I would write like rhymes and these little poems and things like that. Writing's always been a thing for me, Being a rapper, I always thought like, man, like I'm this guy from like this, uptight Christian background. Like, how am I gonna really be a rapper? I mean, I'm not like, I'm not like some of these guys are like very different from me. In other words, and so I wasn't really comfortable with doing it myself because I thought, okay, my family's gonna hate me for doing this, whatever. And then, really, I just kind of made a bunch of songs and I never put them out.
Yeah.
And I did one with Camilo that was called Kick, Top, Drop, and Roll. And I just had that one. And he put the sick beat on top of it, mastered it, all that. And I would play it for everybody. Just like, hey, this is a song I made, blah, 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 whatever. And I had this guy, I was on this marketing tour, I want to say 2022, I guess, a couple of years ago. And the guy that was, every day when we set up our setup that day, he would always be like, yo, man, you got to put this song out, bro. He's like, this song, like, he just kept always talking about it. And the last thing he said to me when we finished, he like, yo, and this guy's older than I am, so I kind of like looked up to him. And he's like, I tell you what, man, like any parting words that I have for you, the only thing I'm going to say, whatever you do with the rest of your life, you got to put that song out. Yeah. And I was like, all right, bro. Like, I thought hard about that. I was like, okay, let's do it. And that's kind of what led to me, where I'm at now doing the reggaeton and doing this. And on top of that, I will say also, when I went to Medellín and I met all the people, they showed me all about J Balvin, Nicky Jam, Raycon, like all these dudes in reggaeton. I never knew nothing about no reggaeton, man. Yeah. But when they showed me that music just kind of like inspired me to be like, learn Spanish, like really get into that genre. And ever since then, I've listened to it and I've wanted to make music for that genre.
For that genre.
And that's what led to doing that. Yeah.
Nice, man. You getting out your comfort zone. That's
yes,
good.
Sir.
Man. That's good. That's good. And I've seen you've gone to Mexico City too. You've gone to Mexico. How you like it over there?
It's nice. It's very nice over there. Yeah.
Yeah, you did some music over there too, right?
I sure did.
Yeah.
I sure did. I recorded the videos. I recorded 2 videos over there.
No, that's dope. You great at marketing. I've seen your content. You great at marketing. You know
Appreciate
what you're doing,
that.
man. That's dope. Dope. And as far as this music thing, man, I know it's hard for a lot of people in the music industry, especially when you starting off, because a lot of sacrifices have to be made.
For sure.
Sometimes you don't make nothing. If anything, a little bit. How has this journey been for you, man? Sacrifices you can name out here, because you have a lot of individuals starting right now as we speak. Yeah. Or there's some individuals that want to start but are scared of the journey. Right. So something, sacrifices that you've had to make, to keep going, to keep pouring into your music career. Yeah. Something that you can name.
Yeah, I would say it's a lot of stuff. I say, first of all, sacrificing being scared to do it, because I think in a big way, like when I'm in a band, when I played drums in a band, I was not the guy that was up there singing. I wasn't the guy, writing all the songs and things like that. So there was a certain level of being anonymous when you're the drummer. Like, obviously, if I messed up, it's a problem, but I didn't have to be on the mic all the time, this and that. And I think for a lot of people, stepping up to that stage is a big step. And for me, it was too. I mean, because I come from a musical family. So, I mean, all these guys been on tours, been, writing all these songs, doing this and that. And it was kind of big shoes to fill. And I said, if I'm going to come and do this, I got to do it correctly. I can't just go and make these songs that are subpar and not good, because I know all of them are judging me, much less the general public, but my own family on both sides, all of them are going to be looking at this and saying, man, good, bad, whatever.
Yeah.
And I think the sacrifice, I think that's the biggest sacrifice more than anything else, besides, investing in the financial aspect of it and the time aspect of it. I think just sacrificing, you're being an anonymous person, because you got to put yourself out there. Yeah. And that's a big step. And when you level up, like this podcast is called, when you leveling up, you really have to just say, okay, like, I'm putting that behind me. Like, here I am. People may sit there and they fill me up with hateful comments. They may hate my music, whatever. But guess what? I'm about to put it out there. Let's see what's up. Let's see what it can do. And the possibilities only start when you do that. So that's how I say, sacrificing for me was that aspect of saying, okay, this dude that I look up to told me if I do anything, I got to put out that song. Camilo, who's another person I looked up to, put his effort behind mastering, making the beat, doing all this. And so I said, I got to do this the right way, man. And that really, when I went to Mexico and shot that video, it was a big thing for me at that time, honestly.
So that hyped you up.
It hyped me up. And I'll tell you something else too. In regards to that, when I went down there, I talked to a guy, shout out to him, by the way, Armando Kors. He's an artist from Austin, Texas.
All right, shout out to him.
Shout out to him. Yeah. He does a lot of like Spanish pop, reggaeton type of stuff, but ultimately, I knew he did a lot of videos, and when I was going to Mexico, I was like, hey, man, do you happen to know any video producer down here that, that could work with me on a video? I said, this song is in English, so I don't know how that's going to go. And he got me with Alex King, with Aragon Kings down there. Just so happened I had this money suit.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, here's Alex King's WhatsApp number, whatever, hit him up. I messaged Alex King like, hey, man, I'm Gringo Loko. I'm trying to do this rap song, blah, blah, blah. And I said, my idea, I got this money suit I brought with me. You think you could do it? This fool sent me back a video of him building a money wall, like of all money. Yeah. And I said, bro, meant to be. I said, that's all I need to see. Like, we shot that at like 2 or 3 days later, bam, done.
Yeah, and I seen a video of you twerking with some Mexican models, right? Yeah, y'all make sure y'all go to his IG, Gringo Loko.
Yes, sir.
And you're going to see a gringo twerking with some Mexican models. Right, man? Tell me something about that.
So that was for the song Tentaciones I did down there, but yeah, they were trying to shoot the scenes where it was showing them close up twerking or whatever.
Yeah,
and they just kept. It seemed like they just didn't quite get the idea, and so I have to go in there and like give them a little lesson. Like, here's how I would like you to twerk, please. And of course, my friend was filming me the whole time while I was saying all that, so it made the perfect behind the scenes type of situation.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. No, that's cool, man. That's cool. You had a fun experience over there, and everything went well. And y'all make sure y'all go to YouTube, check that video out, man. It's dope. It's dope. It's dope. So in this business, man, I know it's hard. Like I told you, I know it's hard. It's been hard for me. Been hard for a lot of people on the journey. The only rule is not to quit. The only rule is not to quit. But have you ever felt like quitting? Because I know I have many times. Have you?
I would say yes, definitely. I mean, it's one of those things, especially if you read into like, when you go in there, let's say you put, X amount of hours, money, blah, 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 into these videos and songs, and then the first people that comment is like, this is trash, blah, blah, just talking crap the whole time, you know what I mean? Like, they come in, and you're like, man, like, sometimes that does affect you, but the way that I look at it is, again, once I put that behind me, like, hey, I'm going to step into this and do this, at the end of the day, those people are not going to stop me. Like, and I even had, in Colombia, when I had a couple of the reels that I did there in Spanish.
Yeah.
When I said, have you ever seen a gringo doing reggaeton? Boy, I can't tell you how many comments they were talking shit about me in Spanish, like big time. And I was asking D. Meyer, the other artist, like, hey, what do they mean by this? He's like, no, man, they're just very critical here. I'm like, you ain't lying, bro. they were nailing me with these negative comments on some of the videos. I'm like, yo, I mean, this song may not be like, you know, I mean, top level, but come on, like, you guys got to at least like give me a little break here. You know what I'm saying? I'm my second language here, bro. Like,
no, you got haters everywhere, man.
Yeah,
it's usually like a Oscar 2121.
Yeah.
Got like 7 followers.
That's exactly
goddamn
right, yeah.
hating asses.
Yes,
man,
sir.
hey, for y'all don't got nothing to goddamn do at home.
Yeah.
Hold up, let me take my goddamn.
You getting serious now?
Folks know. Hey, for y'all that ain't got nothing to do at home but hate, man, don't even comment, man. If you ain't got nothing good to say, don't comment. All right. We leveling up here. We doing what we can. We ain't perfect like y'all. All right. So stop with the bullshit. All right. And leave some positive comments. All right. Level up. Let me put this shit back on, man. All right. Cause yeah, for y'all, I've been rocking these because I've been working nonstop. I've been leveling up in life. I got these black bags underneath my eyes. So yeah, we had to get these Versace prescriptions. You know, but we good. Hey. So yeah, man. Like I said, as far as the quitting, it happens to a lot of people. It happens to a lot of people. It happened to me a lot of times. You know, every day you sometimes you doubt yourself. You got to be your own hype man.
That's
you know,
it, man.
Times.
That's it, and you got you nailed it when you said the deal about the guys that got like 10 followers and private. But boy, they leaving these comments like they're really starting some serious stuff with you. And the way I look at it is, hey, I know like for myself, I'm gonna do the best I can do. And at the end of the day, like some people love it, some people hate it, and that's cool. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be me. And that's all I can do. You know what I'm saying? Put out the best stuff I can. And that's really it. And never quit because, like you said, the only way you lose is when you quit. And I refuse to do that. So at the end of the day, that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we got to do what makes us happy, man, what makes us happy. And, like, as far as a wild story, man, a wild story in your music career, you got something wild that you can share to your public?
Well, I mean, I'll say really that story that I just said about the Mexico experience.
The Mexican.
That right there was pretty out there because just the way that it kind of worked out. You know, I had no idea this guy had a money wall that he was building and whatnot. Like how that whole video came to be was a very wild story. And I mean, even to the. I mean, we can just go on and on about every aspect of it to where, like, we got a vehicle we're driving down. The Mexican police is chasing us down a street with their lights on. Like, we caused a major scene in that city, man.
Yeah, and when you go to these countries, to these foreign countries, do you go with somebody or usually you just
It depends. It depends. I have. I mean, I got a lot of, I would say, like, gringo friends that are down there. You know, they're Americans, whatnot. My thing is, I like to experience a real thing, man. So I don't force my way into be like, hey, I got to have 5 friends go. No, it's like if I'm trying to go down here, like when I went to Medellín to promote Tentaciones, I went by myself, but I had some connects down there. You know, like shout outs Valerie. She's an artist down there.
Shout out.
I messaged her and she put me on a show.
Yeah.
Right away. And then, you know, of course, she networked me with a lot of different people. And I was on this trip solo. I came solo. I knew people before, but just like with Mexico City, like I don't wait for other people because a lot of people have excuses, man. And the way I look at it is if I'm trying to do something, I'm going. It doesn't matter if nobody else goes with me. If I'm trying to promote Tentaciones or my new song Fantasia, whatever, I'm going all the way. And it don't matter if I got to go to a foreign country. It is what it is. I'm going. And that's how I usually would say that I do things.
Yeah, you can't wait on nobody, man. No. You gotta keep on going.
Yeah.
Gotta keep on going. And as far as also, have you learned a lot in a way? Because I know a lot of people a lot of people get used in the music industry. A lot of in any industry, any business industry too. But of course you know a couple things when you go in. Yeah. You learn as you go. Have you learned a lot?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I think the thing is there's a lot of people, and I can say with a lot of industries, because I'll say that with the marketing industry, it's the same way. You have a lot of people, they can talk the talk, but there's few people that come through and do things on a professional basis all the time. And those are the people I try to gravitate to because I love it when somebody you know, they don't necessarily talk as much, but when they deliver, they deliver on a different level. And it's like, yo, like this individual is, you know, if I'm doing Google reviews on them or something like that, that's a 5-star, like, and then some. I love gravitating to those people because, you know, the people that you meet that, oh man, they work with this artist and they did this and that, and then their credentials are, you know what I'm saying, they try to build their credential, but when it comes to actually push come to shove, they can't deliver on their work.
Yeah, yeah.
I try to, you know what I'm saying, I try to do the same thing with myself. Just say, hey, I don't try to you know, sell myself. I try to obviously market as much as I can, but you know, to deliver what I promise on. And in the music industry and any industry, I think it's important to be able to do that because I think, there's too many people out here that, they want to make a quick buck. They want to do this and that, but they don't really want to come through and do a great job on a consistent basis. So shout out to everybody that does.
Yeah, shout out to them, man. You got to clap it up for
Yes,
them.
sir.
There's not a lot of honest people out here, man. This business. And I've seen you doing some DJing. You still into that? You how long have you been doing that?
I've been doing that since around the time when I came over with Gringo Loko. I really you know, when I met Camilo Espinosa, he is such a big time DJ in Dallas that
it's well known over there.
Well known.
Yeah.
I mean, probably the top like Latin DJ, and when it comes to that type of music, they're always calling him for concerts.
Like when the artists come,
when they come, like he knows Fade and all his guys as DJ. Okay. Matter of fact, he taught Fade's DJ how to DJ.
Wow.
So that's
really?
how.
So they have a good connection.
That's all I say.
Nice.
Like he goes like that. But
Fade is my girl's dude now, Carol G. Damn, man, he done took it from me.
But yeah, that's what I mean. Like Camilo really, he got deep roots in Colombia, in Medellín, and you know, he was born and raised there and came to Dallas. So he was really inspiration to me in regards to stepping out there and doing the DJing thing. Because I told him, I said, I know music, but you know, what I mean, it's the same in the same way that being an artist, when you come and be a DJ, it's exactly the same type of energy to where the people are here and you got to do what you're going to do. Like they're waiting for you. Like you're going to set the vibe. Yeah. So I love that aspect of DJing because it showed me as a music artist how I can make songs that are able to be put on by a DJ in a good way. Yeah. And I would have never known that if I was not a DJ myself. Wow. Like BPMs, DJ packs. That's one thing that me and Camilo did, like sending the different DJs with the DJ intros. Yeah. And I think a lot of artists probably sleep on doing that type of stuff, man. Yeah. They should do it because DJs can make or break you. Like DJs can make, like if they put you on a record pool and that catches, that's it. Yeah. You know, and I met so many DJs that are hungry for new music. They want to know if you got a hot song, they want it. Yeah. They don't care if you're signed, not signed. They don't care who you are. If you got a good song and they know that's going to get their crowd lit, they'll play your music. Yeah. So for me, being a DJ has allowed me to learn a lot of that aspect of like what songs that I like and why do I like them as a DJ. And that's helped me shape my own music as well.
Nice, man. And since you're a DJ and we're, you know, talking about the music, how do you see music nowadays? You think it's going by fast? Because the trends, man, it's just moving fast. Like once you drop one song, they want one next week. Yeah. So how do you see that?
I think I'll say a lot of things, and I talked to Tronic Beats about that. Shout out to him, man.
Shout out Tronic.
Shout out Tronic. What's up, Medellín, Colombia, man?
Yes, sir.
But we were talking about it too because when me and him were doing a song, he was talking about like, you know, link time, because a lot of people, you know, on these social media apps like, you know, TikTok and things like that, they're only watching X amount of seconds. Yeah. So if you don't have the hook of your song or the best part of your song right away, and even if it is great or whatever, they may watch 10, 20 seconds, whatever. Like you got a limited amount of time. Yeah. So what a lot of artists I think are doing now versus pre-TikTok, pre-Reels, all that stuff, is that they're making shorter songs that have like 1 or 2, 3 great parts on them. Yeah. And just doing it that way, like making songs that you could clip into Reels. Yeah. That's what they're doing.
That's what everybody.
And it's not like the whole song anymore. It's like a few good different sections that you can chop up, or good lyrics like this part. this will work great on a girl showing her like stepping out or getting dressed or, you know what I mean, doing
Something
these different
that'll go
scenarios.
viral.
That's going to
Something-
go viral that all these different people will use. And that's what artists do nowadays. And as a DJ, it's the same way, man.
Yeah.
Like, you're not playing the whole song. These new songs that are coming out, you're playing one verse, one hook, going to the next one.
Right away.
And they call that quick hitting as a DJ. So you're quick hitting all these new songs.
It's quick, right?
It's quick. It's quick because that's how people's attention spans are these days.
That makes it harder for DJs. It makes it also
makes it
hard.
harder.
I mean, it's kind of easy and hard for artists too because it's easy that their songs are shortening up.
Right.
And I feel like they ain't as classic as they used to be. Like
That's it.
back then, like the songs from back then,
Yeah.
now you could hear now and it's like they new.
Yeah.
And now the stuff that's coming in now is like recyclable. You know
Exactly.
what I'm
They're
saying?
using a lot of the same beats from the past.
Yeah. So
You know, a lot of the same rhymes and things like that from the past also. It's like very recycled.
yeah, and then back in the day it was about music. Now it's about how you present yourself, how you
Oh, yeah.
dress.
Oh, yeah.
You know, some people gotta have tattoos in their face. You gotta paint
Oh,
your
yeah.
hairs. You gotta paint your nails. You gotta do all crazy type of things. Like
Yeah.
dudes and even females have to go on another crazy lane to
Yeah.
get attention.
The visuals.
You
yeah.
seen that, right?
Oh, big time.
Yeah,
Big time.
that's crazy.
And I wish it was more about the music because to me, a lot of these classic records, you can play. It doesn't matter how old they are. To this day, you could put it on and it's hot in the club. Wherever you are, it don't matter.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah.
Those songs and those artists, like, to me, that's as good as it gets, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some of these new ones, I hate that it kind of cheapens the artistic element of making music. But it's cool in a way because once you know the game, you can make your music to be that way and see what happens. To me, I just like the artistic element of making a song. So it kind of feel like in a way I'm torn because I want to make an entire song, but obviously in today's world, to be successful, you have to do it that other way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not really, you may have a few people see it, but it ain't really going viral and this and that.
Yeah. So you started music, you said 2 years ago, right? Like, well, seriously, on your end.
Doing as Gringo Loko and doing this type of music, yes, sir.
2 years ago. Nah,
yes,
you've been going at it.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
been going at it. Hey, y'all make sure to tune in Gringo Loko YouTube, man.
Yes,
Because
sir.
you've been going and your visuals are nice. Like I said, your marketing is correct. And as far as like having all your stuff situated, like having all your stuff on like let's say the YouTube, like on the YouTube platforms
Right.
in order to monetize, that you have to learn along the
Oh,
way
my
too?
God.
Or how was that story? Because I know it's a lot behind
Oh,
it, more
yeah.
than just putting stuff out.
Well-
like for artists that are out there that just think just uploading a video and hoping for the best.
Oh,
No, it's a
man.
lot behind it, right?
And the thing is, like, I never thought doing music, because I'll backtrack here to 2021 when the pandemic was going on. I decided to go back to school and get my MBA.
Yeah.
So I learned so much about marketing by doing that.
Yeah. Oh,
in
so that's for like
2021.
that's especially for marketing. That school was.
MBA, it is, and I learned so much about the business side of things and marketing, and I've sit there and applied all that knowledge to what I'm doing with YouTube and all these different things. Because if you're not like, I mean, we did different type of analytics and things like that in my classes, but it's a whole nother story when you're doing it over your own stuff, because it becomes like separating yourself from the business aspect. Because I'm like, man, I'm looking at numbers. Sometimes it's great news, sometimes it's bad news, and you got to really kind of like let that go and be like, okay, like this ain't personal. It's like, is the song like resonating with people? Is this visual, like, is that? I'm always trying to like critique the little tiny details, because once you put it out, if you don't, those dudes, like you said, with 10 followers, boy, they're going to be the first to let you know about it. They'll tell you everything you got wrong on your video and your song. You know what I'm saying? So I've learned so much about that aspect that I never would have imagined. The marketing side of it, just how to get it out there, how to be seen, how to resonate with different people.
Yeah.
And it's an inexact science. The thing is, it's not a perfect science. Sometimes the thing that you think people are going to hate, they love that part. Like that part, like I'll look on YouTube, they'll say, this part is like when you have the peak viewers. I'm like, what is it? What's that? It doesn't make sense. But that's how it is. Like the marketing can be that way. And is beautiful because today with all the tools we have, the analytics and things like that, you can really improve in a quick way by just looking at it yourself and say, okay, here's what I did on this video and this song. Here's what worked. Here's what didn't work. And then the next one, fixing it, moving forward.
Yeah, you gotta stay on top of it.
Yeah.
And also as far as and it's interesting you say that because sometimes like you get stuck on that like, damn, I failed on this. You just gotta move on to the next. Cause if you just stay stuck on that, you're gonna be stuck.
Oh,
Imagine all these people like the Bad Bunnies, all these people on number ones. It's hard to maintain. Like it's easy to come up. It's easier to come up, not easy. It's easier to come up, but it's harder to maintain because imagine they in that number one spot.
Oh yeah.
What else can I do different to, to beat that past project I did?
100%. And I think for them at that point, it's really, they got the target on their back there, and everybody else wants to take their place. And I definitely think, a guy that I follow on YouTube that talks a lot about, like, he said it's easy to go viral. What's hard to do is to maintain those numbers for everything you post. Yeah. And he's exactly right, because I'll tell you, some of my stuff just shot up right away. The numbers are there. I'm like, man, okay, I'm there. The algorithm working with me. Yeah. And next thing you know, you post something else, and it's like nothing. You know what I mean? So as an independent artist, that's the hardest thing to maintain, because you're like, man, you're constantly your own cheerleader, and you're also your own biggest critic, because you have to, in a way, just to know, like, what should I do next? How do I approach this next thing? And for that reason too, it's important to have people around you that give you good feedback, because
no yes mans.
Yeah, no yes man, because the thing is, sometimes you need people to tell you, like, hey man, like, you really should think about doing this, doing that, and give you ideas that are, sometimes they don't feel great when you get those, critiques, but at the end of the day, sometimes that kind of feedback is what you need as an artist to grow and go to the next level. So that's what I try to always look for.
Got to, man. Can't accept them yes mans, man. I always prefer somebody to tell me, hey, Rick, slow it down. Yeah. Hey, Rick, do this, do that. So that way, I like that critique. I love that critique. And also, I know you've been putting out singles and stuff. Have you ever put down like an EP or an album?
I have not yet. I haven't yet, because I felt like...
Do you even think they work nowadays?
I do think they do work, but I think the problem is today with doing albums is that by the time you finish that album, the trends may be in a whole nother direction. Mm-hmm. You may start with the album, and the albums don't take, like, you can't do an album in a couple weeks. Like, that takes a lot of time, money, effort, and things like that. So the thing I love about singles is if you have them on deck and ready to go, like you have X amount lined up, then you can put those out as they are fit for what you're trying to do. The problem with albums is if you put that all out at once, like I say, you might have recorded this song a year ago, and you're just now getting it out, and by then that trend that was hot then is gone now. Yeah. With things moving so fast nowadays, that's the problem I have with albums. I think they're cool. I love them myself as a consumer, but as an artist,
I think they
tough.
work. I think albums work for major artists.
For sure.
For major artists, but I think EPs work great for independent artists, a 4, 5, 6 max EP, but it's gotta, like you said, it's gotta be quick, because everything changed so quick. And you gotta, and out of those 5 or 6, you already had to release 2 of them,
right?
To get the momentum going off of it. But I think just as like the music's going fast, like it's hard, man.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Those trends go so quick, and 1 week, it's anybody that releases this video, it gets 1 million views, and then next week that trend's already came and went. Yeah. So if you have that song, you're waiting on an album. If you don't put it out, your time to really hit it big with that song as far as going viral and things like that is limited. So that's kind of the part with albums that is cautious for me as an artist, because again, it's a major investment of time and money and all that, and you have to hit it just right, and be big enough that it makes sense for you to wait on these tracks to release and things like that.
Yeah, and it's crazy how much you spend on the track just to release it, and you hope for the best.
I'm telling you, the stuff you never thought you'd go spend on, that's how it really goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not the things you were expecting. It's the unexpected expenses that really come out.
Yeah, because they don't understand. It's for the future artists out there, man.
Yeah.
For anybody trying to follow this dream, it's not easy. Nothing's impossible, but it's not easy.
Right.
It's not just dropping music now. You got to drop visuals. You got to, if you want to hire some models, if you want to shoot videos, the location where you're going to shoot the videos, it's a whole bunch. Uploading to YouTube, you know.
Right.
Not also the momentum, the market. You got to put money behind it, just like
Right.
all these big corporations.
Yeah.
You know, they put commercials on the TV. They don't put them for free. They got to pay. You know, whoever they got to pay to put commercials. You know, it's like, you know, one day I'm gonna get somebody hit me up. Hey, we need you to put a commercial on okay. Come on, come with the bag.
There you go.
Man.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like it's the same thing, man.
Absolutely.
It's a whole bunch of things you gotta. And do you have a manager or just Gringo Loko doing his thing?
So the thing is, when I was in Colombia, so many of those guys, I had a lot of people asking me to be my manager, and I turned them all down because the thing is, like, and again, I don't want my ego to be so big that, I can't have a manager because I know whatever. Yeah. But at the same time, I want somebody, if I did hire a manager, it would be somebody that I feel like could do the business side of it better than me. And with me having an MBA, I have a certain level of ego there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I think at a certain point you have to have a manager, because the deal is, it's so hard to separate yourself and your, you know, how you feel about yourself from the music, because you pour your heart and soul into it. And then when you realize, hey, this is a business, at the end of the day, it's a business.
Yeah.
So separating your feelings or your ego from that is tough. And you got to do that because, you know, when people are offering you this and that, they're looking at numbers. They're not worried about, hey, you know, he put this song out and he spent this amount of money this time. That don't matter to them. It's how much numbers are you going to get for them.
Yeah.
So they're looking at their numbers. They want to get this. They want to do that. So you have to have somebody that's in between, because otherwise, I feel like, just in my experience, when people offer me different numbers, sometimes it makes me feel a type of way when they're going real low. I'm like, yo, bro, like, come on, man. Like, I think about how much did I invest in this and that. And so when you have the manager, it kind of breaks that, you know, that line of communication, to where if something may offend you, if somebody say a certain number, your manager can kind of know, like, okay, he expects this number and this and that. And it helps the communication lines, I feel like.
Yeah, hopefully you get a manager soon, man, a team. You know, I got my management, goddamn management, be getting me in trouble every day, you know, goddamn Jay. Shout out to Jay, man. Be getting me in trouble every goddamn day, you know. But it's all good. He tell me, hey, you can't post this, you can't post. God damn, Jay. You know, I be excited, but it's all good. We leveling up, you know, we learning. As far as projects, man, any future projects you got? I know you came to Atlanta to shoot some.
Yeah.
Shaniqua coming soon. Y'all stay tuned.
Shaniqua, man.
That's her name, right?
That's
Shaniqua.
a whole nother story right there. Just her as an individual.
Shout out Shaniqua, man.
Shaniqua.
So that's coming soon. Y'all stay tuned. Gringo Loko Music, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what you want on Instagram. Y'all stay tuned for that. I know you here for that.
Yes, sir.
But any other upcoming projects you have?
I've got several other ones in the oven right now cooking. And the thing is, you know, I already mentioned Tronic, but I recorded multiple songs with him. I had a few other producers I recorded multiple songs with. So I have a lot of songs waiting.
Yeah.
But what I like to do, I want them to be to where, again, with these dudes, I have 10 followers all the way. My first few songs I put out, those guys critique me so hard that I said, okay, from now on, when I put them out, I make sure that I have it how I want it. Yeah. Because that way, their critique ain't going to touch me, because I say, I know this is how I wanted it to sound.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, these guys can say and do whatever they need to do, but my song is ready. Like, it's as good as I could possibly make it. That's why I try to look. Yeah. And besides, you know, Shaniqua, which is a new song that I'll be putting out on June the 22nd, I have multiple songs I deal with different producers that I'm getting ready to do. Not only in English, you know, that's rap, trap type of genres, but also in reggaeton. I have a few songs that are 100% in Spanish. Similar to Fantasias, I have one verse in English, one Spanish, the chorus in Spanish. But, you know, I have songs in both languages, and I'm looking forward to putting both of them out.
Yeah, I feel like if you go to Brazil, you're going to start doing Portuguese music, man.
And I did. And you know what? When I went to Brazil, what tripped me out there, man, when I was in Rio, and I saw, like, how those people reacted to the baile funk, man. I've never seen
to funk, right?
Oh my
funk is
God.
crazy. Funk is crazy.
They would be playing these hot reggaeton songs and people just kind of chilling. Yeah. Boy, you put on that baile funk. It's like they come to life over there.
Reggaeton is it ain't funk will take over reggaeton.
When they
over
do baile funk over there, it's like those people know all the steps, man. They
it's like
just come to life.
It's like Dominican Republic
exactly.
dembow. Like Dominican Republic dembow. Yeah, no, that's cool, man. But when you plan on going back to Medellin? Me and Jay trying to go back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you. No, I mean, I'm trying to go back as soon as possible. I mean, one of the songs I did with Tronic, I think it's got to have a nice commercial sound. And matter of fact, he said that to him personally, he felt like it was a Medellin party track. That's how he described it. Like he said all the people with the words we use and things like that. And shout out to Barbas because he helped me a lot with
Barbas, man.
He helped me a lot with the Paisa words. You know?
Chimba.
The chimba, las chimbitas, all this stuff. All the stuff that he put into the words that helped me kind of like describe what I was trying to say. Really made that song into like a party track. And I'm looking forward to doing it. I just want to make sure again that song is up and ready to the standards I want it to be, and then I'm ready to do that one next as soon as possible.
To release that. No,
yes, sir.
That's dope, man, that you getting out your comfort zone, man.
For sure.
Not a lot of people got Not a lot of people got that in them to get out the comfort zone because they so worried about what the next man gonna say. Hey, look, let me tell y'all something, man. Whether y'all doing good, bad, normal, whatever y'all doing, they gonna keep talking. So just do whatever make you happy at the end of the day.
Amen.
All right?
Amen.
Look, on Let's Level Up, at the end of the segments, man, we always ask our guests, to let these folks know, whoever's following their dreams, or whoever's hesitant of following their dreams, to say something motivational to them, man, something that will inspire them to keep going. Don't be scared, whatever the outcome is, whether you lose, whether you win, whatever it is, you did what you did.
Yeah.
And you was happy. If you ain't make it, you get back up and try again. Something that you could tell your audience, man.
Well, what I'll say to anybody is the same thing that I tell myself every day, and that is that I'm a creator. So I would say if you feel like you're a creator, and everybody is, by the way, whether your talent could be in multiple different ways, but if you're a creator, that you got to come and create. Every day you're creating something new. And you can let somebody stifle out your creation and tell you, oh, your creation not good enough, this and that. But at the end of the day, you make your creation today, and it's going to be, whatever level. And if you keep creating tomorrow, it's going to be a little bit better and a little bit better. But if you don't start creating, you're never going to get to that masterpiece that you could create in the future. So I would encourage anybody that is a creator, I don't care if it's in the music, you could have whatever talent it is. I encourage you to create instead of consume, because at the end of the day, all of us are consumers to a degree. We watch, whatever shows, what I mean? We see everybody else and what they're doing, but I encourage you to start creating today, because when you do it today, that's going to make you a better creator tomorrow with whatever talent you are. And the world is a better place with whatever that you are creating in it. So I would encourage you, make sure, and don't worry about what anybody has to say, because realistically, that doesn't matter. They don't know that you have that Mona Lisa within you. You know what I'm saying? You got that masterpiece somewhere in there within you. So whenever you start creating today, you can build towards being that person that can create that Mona Lisa someday. And so that's why I encourage everybody out there, no matter what level you're at, you may have already started creating, or you may be scared that, your friends, your family, somebody going to tell you you're not good enough to do it. I say start today and make it happen. Start today and moving forward and make that masterpiece someday.
Nice. Hey, y'all heard the wise words from a wise man, Gringo Loko. Hey, man, just like Kobe, rest in peace, Kobe, man. He was the greatest. He was the greatest, and he was always in that court practicing, man. You have to always practice your craft. Always. Don't ever feel, even if people saying you the best, keep going at it, because guess what? There's somebody born yesterday that's going after that spot. So keep going, keep practicing. You know what I'm saying? You getting older, they younger. Yeah. So just keep going, keep doing your thing. Everybody, man. Hey, wise words. Hey, shout out to Gringo Loko, man. Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you stopping through.
Yes, sir.
Let's level up. We had a great conversation. Hey, look, if you like the content, please subscribe, share, like, comment. If I suck, I love them dirty comments. Drop that shit too. I don't care. So So bit. If you think I'm doing great, drop that positive shit too. We take it. All right. So I appreciate you again, man. One more time for Gringo Loko.
Thank you.
You know what it is, baby. Let's level up. Let's go.
Level up.